I was recently asked by the Labour Party to help them out with their social media, and I am unemployed, and I said absolutely not. And I'm so happy that I did after what I saw this morning. So I saw an article this morning which said that the Labour Party are working with influencers amid their concern that there is a toxic perception of their party's agenda on social media. It's not toxic, it's reality. Let me explain. I do politics and news online, and I read media from all around the world from the left to the right. And this morning I was reading a right-wing newspaper from Israel, and what do I see in there? It was an article written by a Labour MP called John Pierce, who is the chairman of the Labour Friends of Israel. So the first thing that he says is that the Labour Friends of Israel oppose arms restrictions on Israel. Members of the Labour Friends of Israel include Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, Jess Phillips, Chris Bryan, David Lammy, Hilary Benn, all the big dogs. He brags about the intelligence that they provide to Israel so they can bomb Gaza. They oppose the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant against Benjamin Netanyahu, despite the fact that the prosecutor is literally British. They said the arrest warrant was morally dubious and legally suspect. Which other arrest warrants that have been given out in history, there's been about 40 since 2003, which other ones do you oppose? Or is it just the ones that have been given to Israel? Do you oppose the one that they gave to Vladimir Putin? He brags about not voting at the UN when the UN have just presented a massive trove of evidence against the human rights abuses in Israel, and he brags about Britain not voting for it. He talks about Keir Starmer going to the Labour Friends of Israel lunches. He says that the Labour government are prioritising our free trade agreement with Israel because we have so much shared culture. Yes, we do. We're both genocidal. Do you think Israelis would have been able to pull off genocide and apartheid so well without living in European countries for literal centuries? They learned from the best, Europeans. He brags about how the Labour government are cracking down on anti-Israel protesters. We're not pro-Palestinian, we are only anti-Israel. That is all we are to them. Brags about them using all their powers to stop protests outside of synagogues, which is not happening. There are so many synagogues in places like London, and sometimes marches, when they go from places from A to B, they pass by a synagogue. Protests haven't happened outside of synagogues. We don't conflate Zionism with a person being Jewish because we understand nuance. Then he finishes off by saying that Israel is a bastion of liberal democracy, when literally in the last 2 weeks, Benjamin Netanyahu has made his biggest and most authoritarian grab into power. Benjamin Netanyahu is currently on trial for bribery, for corruption. He has multiple charges against his name. People within his office have been indicted for leaking intelligence, for keeping the war going on. His team are being investigated for blackmailing people, for hiding information about October 7th. A liberal democracy? Are you kidding me? And that is why I won't help the Labour Party.